Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We finally got some results from Nauru, and we did a lot of waiting, but we finally got them, and we can confirm that we have the results, specifically the big one. The president is going to be reelected to Parliament in this said election. You'll see, looking here, this is specifically coming from Sydney. Incumbent President David Adong has been re-elected to Nauru's parliament in the Micronesian nation's general election. Adong, who has served as president since October 2023, was one of 19 members of parliament elected to represent Nauru's 8 multi-member constituencies at the election on Saturday. According to official results shared by the Nauru Electoral Commission on social media on Sunday and Monday, Adong received the highest number of votes out of the 4 MPs elected to represent Abanidi, I think that's the capital, which is Nauru's most populous constituency. Okay, it's the most populated, as you can see. However, his re-election as an MP does not mean that Adong will continue as president. Important to know. So he was re-elected to his seat. So that was one thing. So you should know. He's a step closer to keeping his job as president. But the parliament will have to vote for Adong when it comes to if he is going to keep his seat or not. So it says Parliament will choose the nation's leader from among its ranks. Russ Kun, who preceded Adong as president, was re-elected as an MP with the 3rd most votes in Abanidi or something like that. And Lionel Ngamia, who was president between 2019 and 2022, received the most votes in the constituency of Benang. So Nauru uses the preferential voting system where voters rank candidates in order of preference, and Parliament elects the country's president, aka they use ranked choice voting. So because they use ranked choice voting, I would imagine this is why the counting is, of course, taking a while. In the last video, we talked about Nauru and its very, very small population. The estimated population is 11,000, which is smaller than your average suburb in an American city. So, really, you could imagine, how long does it take to count 11,000 votes? Well, I would imagine not long. We did talk about the ballot measure, and we quickly got results very quickly when it came to the ballot measure that basically allowed the candidates, specifically of the parliamentarians or the MPs, to have an extra term or something like that in power, and the voters soundingly rejected it. But going forward with the results, specifically with this right here, you'll see that, results have specifically been coming through for Nauru's general election on Saturday. The Nauru Electoral Commission has released results online for seats around the parliamentary table. Among these elected is incumbent David Dang in the Ubende constituency alongside Reagan Ulitlik, Ruskon, and Ranyan Okea. However, Odiang is not automatically back in as president. That will be decided by the new parliament. And judging how the parliament votes, you may have a new president of Nauru. And it's not like it affects us or something like that. But you may have a new leader for the people of Nauru. For the 11,000 people in Nauru, if you're from Nauru, if you're one of the 11,000 people, you might have a new leader. I mean, what are the chances? Well, you have independents in Nauru, okay? There are no political parties in Nauru. There are independents. And politics in Nauru are very divided. You can see here with the article from the 26th, Nauruans generally are very passionate on the idea of climate change. And I would say climate change, understandably, is a major issue in Oceania. And like in all those oceanic countries, because obviously they're impacted the most, allegedly. But you'll see the president, who you could assume, he believes in climate change, therefore he must be a leftist. So it doesn't really work like that in Nauru. You could be he's probably more center. He is probably, obviously, being from Nauru, he has to be a strong believer in climate change and all that stuff. But he's also talking about specifically other issues. You'll see, like the issues of China, right, and communism. And I want to believe Nauru recognizes the People's Republic of China. Doesn't mean they're necessarily tied with China, if that makes sense. Doesn't mean that's the case. But you got, of course, you even have Vanuatu also coming out. And Vanuatu is actually a political party with a country of political parties, and they are mainly more liberal, very progressive over there. But Nauru is a country with no political parties, and you can't necessarily say which political position Nauru is. Left-wing, right-wing, center, probably center. I think they just call it for what it is in Nauru. Climate change exists in Nauru, and we are concerned about this ideology, we're concerned about this and this and this, and they don't usually take a political spectrum and they sit around there. They just call it for what it is. And the parliament, they'll agree with it or disagree with it. And I'm glad to see that Nauru's not fallen into this trap of politics and this political trap. That's good to know and to hear of. But yeah, it's kind of complicated to figure out who I would support. And I mean, to me, I would support it's kind of hard because all of them are independents. There are no real parties taking power. As you can clearly see, this is the 2022 Nauruan election. You got all of them are independents, and I'll take whatever I will take. You'll see this is the presidential election, 2023. Supposedly, the next president. This happened in October 2030. October 30th. So, and that was 2022. So I would imagine next year would be the presidential race. Imagine waiting another year. But it is what it is. And you may or may not get a new president. It really does depend. I guess it's the people that run the elections in Nauru that will decide the official date for that presidential election. But that specifically is the parliamentarians are going, or the MPs will vote to elect the next president. You'll see by vote 10-8, David Adong managed to become the next president in 2023. But anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.